Hello and welcome back to Legends of the Dead. We're going to start with a couple of things from the comments. The first one is, this area keeps revolting. Why do you not offer some of these dukes some independence and then they'll stop revolting and you can come back to the land later? Because it's our land? Well, I'm not going to offer them independence. This is ours. Yeah, we're not offering independence. They can revolt as much as they like, but eventually they will be assimilated as they are now. Are they assimilated culturally? Not so much, but religiously, they're now fully assimilated. How are the factions looking right now? So we have the Mashriki Ashari populists here. Where actually are they? So that must be this area, right? I think it's right here. Yeah. So once we convert this, we'll probably be good. In fact, I should probably convert some of that land sooner rather than later. When can we convert? We can convert now because I haven't been paying attention. Wonderful news. Once again, my inattention to detail has come up trumps and we are able to get that. Wonderful. Right. What's next? Next on the comments list was, we're in a new era. Maybe it's time to actually upgrade and modernize your army. That's an interesting concept. Don't just stick with the same people that we had who were just fighting with sticks and stones back in, you know, the 1800s. Not 1800s, 800s. Let's maybe make these guys better. Like, the Bondi are fine, right? But, I mean, we could do better, right? They're 24, 37, 12, 5. Let's see what our options are. Let's just have a look. So, instead of Bondi, which are, actually this gives us base values, which is much better. We can look at it without all the modifiers. So this is 14, 27, 12, 5. So these guys are, what do they counter? They counter light cavalry and archers. So pikemen immediately are better at facing cavalry. So it could be worth taking out a Bondi for pikemen and maybe take out a different one for archers. That could be an idea, right? Take out 2 lots of Bondi and instead get ourselves another lot of pikemen and another lot of things that are better against archers, thereby getting better things in both categories. Potentially good. What are Huskarl? They are heavy infantry and they're just strictly worse Varangian veterans, I think, right? Well, not strictly worse. They do have screen, but they are worse Varangian veterans. They do counter archers though, so potentially they could be an option. Armored footmen. Now, armored footmen counter spearmen. However, we don't often face spearmen, and they are just worse versions of Huskarls. Right. So, looking at this, we could get pikemen to counter some cavalry instead of Bondi. Let's see some of our other stuff here. So we have bowmen. They are strictly worse than Metsan Vart Ija, but they counter skirmishers. Okay, and then Vigmen. Vigmen, is that what we have? Vigmen, right? Are they just a worse version, or looks like Vigmen might be a worse version of these guys? Yeah, except the Vigmen are better in farmlands, plains, and taiga, and these guys are better in forests and taiga. Okay, so it might be worth switching from Vigmen to these guys for a little extra damage. Okay. I could see that. So we could upgrade Vigmen here. Now, one of the problems is that we're not going to be able to upgrade to the same size of army. And the reason we're not going to be able to upgrade to the same size of army is that the sizes of our armies are sometimes inflated. Actually, no, right now we might be able to upgrade to the same size. Yeah, it would only be if we had lost a bonus. But actually, I think right now we're on full bonuses for everything. So ignore what I just said. So yeah, we could swap these guys. Swap Vigmen for these guys. Light horsemen are good against archers. That's potentially a good idea. Armored horsemen are also good against archers, but they're just much better. Maybe armored horsemen. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of both set of Bondis. Going to grab a set of pikemen to make us better against cavalry. Going to get rid of the Vigmen. Replace them with Metsan Varchia, and we're going to get rid of, and yeah, the other Bondi is going to turn into a horseman. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, let's get rid of them. We do actually lose something from this, though. I was just thinking, there is a negative. It's a very small negative, but we do lose skirmisher siege progress from sappers. It's not the biggest deal. We get to keep it with the spearmen, but we will lose it when we get heavy cav. I think I'm willing to pay the price. I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. So, good suggestion. Let's get rid of these guys. And let's build one at a time, just so we can make sure we have the money. So you're going to be pikemen. Oh, I was just clicking where I thought it was going to have increased size. There we go. So that's them bought. We're going to get rid of the next set of Bondi. And we're going to get armored horsemen, who are going to be very, very strong. They do cost an extreme amount of money, but they will be strong. And then we're going to get rid of the Vigmen. Yeah, we're going to get rid of all the Vigmen here, because we're not really fighting in farmlands anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let's destroy them. Yeah. And we're going to buy ourselves these guys. I was just checking in my head. I was like, is there any reason not to do this? Couldn't come up with one, so that's fine. And I have just enough money to make that happen. Wonderful. So these guys are going to be very, very strong. Right, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to unstation all of our units if we can. Is there a way to unstation them? Where are you stationed? You're stationed in Holmgarther over here. Okay. Is there a way to say stop these guys being stationed? No. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to do it in a different way here then. What I want to do is make sure we have the right people in the right places. What is now our strongest set of units? It's the heavy cav. They are our strongest set of units now. Where do we want to put them? Well, wherever the numbers are highest, basically. Which is going to be right here in Arnsborg. That looks like the best place for them. It's 180 extra attack. That's going to be insanely good. Okay. Next up, I want to make sure that our trebuchets are places that they can gain reasonable amounts per day. We have a lot of places our trebuchets can go. Okay, let's not worry about them anymore then. Next up, probably our Varangian veterans, I think, are next in terms of base values. Yeah, so Varangian veterans. You. Let's just see where we can place them. So we got 33, looks like our best. Let's go for you in Solstay. Also, I noticed that over here, this one gives us 0.06, but it's really bad for stationing the veterans in, so we're going to move our trebuchets over there. That's fine. Next up, so that's the one I just put in Solstay. And now we're going to move you. That's 33. Let's put this one in Hayuma. Okay. That's fine. So they're set. You're the one that is in Perm. You are currently in this one. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look here. So we get 31 if we put these guys there. We get 42 for putting them in Holmgarther. Yeah, let's put them in Holmgarther for 42 extra attack. So they are now extremely more powerful. And then we get our spearmen, who are basically just here for countering. So we're not too worried about how much damage they're doing. They're not really here for that. They're here to counter the Mongols. That's the entire reason they exist. Right. So our army is now a little stronger. So these guys are now at 85. These guys are now at 81. Pikemen are a little bit better than the Bondi. They're not necessarily like objectively better against like just one versus the other, but they are better at facing cavalry, which is one thing that we really need. These guys are exactly the same, and our armored horsemen have 180 damage, which is insane. That's incredible. And really, really high amount of toughness as well. So that should help us a lot. Yeah, I think that's going to be very good. So, good suggestion in terms of rejigging the army a little bit and modernizing it. I like that one. Right, what's next? We can start a legend. Don't need to. Okay. I'm going to let it go a month, and then I'm going to look at the next thing that I'm going to do. Okay. So, just let it go forward a month, just waiting for it to tell me that I have a dangerous faction or something, then let it take that away from me. Okay, people are sleeping with each other. Again, not against our religion, so why do we care? Awesome, I can pay the ransom for a vassal. Who are you being ransomed by? This random dude? Alright. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care. Because we can't pay the money for it anyway. Right. Next thing on our list. Culture. So this could be our opportunity to change our culture because we got something in here. We can now change it so that we can have Iranian as our language, potentially, if we want to go crazy. And have our heritage be Iranian. But also, I think... Where is it? Our aesthetics will be late Norse anyway. So we can't have Iranian aesthetics? Oh. So what's the benefit? So it makes our heritage Iranian. But that basically just means that we will have... yeah, that basically just means we'll have better cultural acceptance of people who are also an Iranian heritage. Let me just have a look at the cultures in that area. So we have Iranian heritage and Iranian language in some of these ones. So it would basically be this area of cultures would like us better, but this area of cultures would like us worse, I think. Wait, what's our current cultural heritage? That's probably worth checking, right? Current cultural heritage is Baltic. So actually, it would be this area dislikes us more. Are these Baltic? No, that's Balto-Finnic, which isn't yeah, that's not going to give us any Baltic stuff. So is it just this area? That's North Germanic. Oh, is just the bit that says Baltic specifically. Okay, no, so it's just here. So it's actually just Lithuanian that would dislike us. Yeah, and Livonian. Yeah, Lithuanian, Livonian. Because Balto-Finnic is way too far away, obviously. Despite obviously coming from a similar heritage by the fact, or at least half of a similar heritage. Because it has a similar name. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. So, oh, and Prussian. Yeah. So Prussian, Lithuanian, Livonian versus Dalamite, Tajik, Persian, Bedouin, basically all of these cultures over here. Okay. Iranian language. Again, that causes a problem because our language of Norse is spoken in some places, but unfortunately for us in general, that is not the main spoken language in this area. The main spoken language, at least in courts, is Arabic. So, yeah, it doesn't help us either way whether we speak Iranian or not because nobody is speaking anything other than basically Arabic Norse with a few like random bits here and there. But like, if we're talking world languages, it's Arabic and Norse. So, yeah, that gives us nothing. So far, nothing, kinda okay, and that's about it. So we got nothing, like no benefit whatsoever, kinda okay benefit. That doesn't really fill me with like a great excitement to do this, right? It doesn't make me want to diverge the culture because we're gonna put ourselves back in terms of our culture like spreading, and we're all like culture spreading is already difficult and it's already slow, so I don't really want to put us back in terms of doing that. Yeah, I think unfortunately it's just not that exciting. Yeah, I think it could have been cool if we had got that much earlier in the game, but getting it now, I'm just like, it just seems like it's going to be a lot of hassle to change this screen to say Iranian heritage, and that'll be it. Yeah, I was kind of thinking there might be something else cool. Now, if it said that we could have the aesthetics also having Iranian aesthetics, that would be cool. Merging that in, I think, would be really neat. But because there don't appear to be any that we would get here, I'm not that excited about it. Like, we can't merge those aesthetics in. So, yeah. Okay then, fine. Well, we're not doing that. In which case, if we're not going to do that, I might as well reform this faith and put in a new cultural pillar. So, let's do that. Reform the faith. We have a new pillar. Let's see what we've got. So, we could also change our martial at some point so it can be men and women, but the problem with that is, of course, that performative honor really needs to go before we can do that, and we don't really want to get rid of performative honor while we still have a spare slot. So realistically, it's not going for another 50 years, plus the 30 years it takes to integrate it, so yeah. Is there a way to lower this? No, not really. Yeah, there's not really a way to lower it. It's based on a number of provinces that are that culture. That's fine. It's just to make it easier to change when you're a smaller nation, basically. Right, ritual. Let's see what kind of things we got here. Only character of the same faith can inherit. That's boring. No limit to the number of great to kingdom level holy wars that can be declared by one ruler. No, we've got a way around that. Concubines, we already have that. Culinary artists, don't need it. We're not doing feasts. We're not doing feasts. Linguists. Learning a language gives piety. Each level of devotion gives learn language success chance. Each known language increases fabricate claim on county speed. Rulers of this culture want to learn languages spoken by co-religionists. No. Characters gain the herbalist trait more often. Maybe. Rulers can blind prisoners. Don't need to do that. Rulers, if allowed by gender laws, can have up to 1 spouses. Oh. I love the way how it's saying, if allowed by gender law, can have 1 spouse. I don't think that there is a gender law that stops you from having spouses. Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe there's a gender law that requires you to have the ability to have more, right? There might be one that requires you to have the option to have multiple spouses, but it's just the way that it's phrased is weird. It's phrased so that it's phrased like this one, right? So if allowed by gender law can have 4 spouses, but it's just weird, right? Religious patronage. Gain significant extra piety from constructing temple holdings. Gain renown when constructing and upgrading temple holdings. Don't need it. If we had it early, potentially, we don't have it early. Hunt activity, not going to do that. Sorceress metallurgy. Not going to do that. Tabletop warriors, commanders are more likely to gain commander traits, and there's more board games. I hate this one. In theory, it's really good, but the reason I hate it is because if you take it, everybody in your culture will constantly challenge you to board games, and it just is an event spam. It's like, it's cool, it's good, it's like objectively good. It gives you army movement speed, it gives you martial. Yeah, it lowers your prowess a little bit, but who cares? But because you constantly get spammed with events, it's just not worth having. Characters of this culture are less likely to get infected by plagues. The diligent trait is more common. Monthly learning lifestyle experience plus 10%. This one's interesting because I saw that apparently this one is taken by the AI basically non-stop, apparently. People are complaining about that since they patched that added in plagues, the AI just always takes water rituals. Kind of interesting. It would be good. I'm just seeing if we can do it. Yes, okay. Social. So, hunt activities. Don't care. Charismatic. Don't care. Charitable is fine, but again, it's not that good. I guess the good part about that is that people are more likely to give you send gift interactions more. However, it lowers monthly income, so I'm not really into that. You get a bonus in coastal holdings with, just benefit in coastal holdings. Sorry, I don't know why I was having trouble there. I thought it was a different one, so I was trying to look for where it said that. For where it said the different one stuff, but that's not that trait. Characters of this culture are more willing to send away, take, and return hostages. I don't get hostages. I don't think they're a very good mechanic, at least to interact with. Again, it's kind of similar to the board game one. It's a lot of event spam. It doesn't really get you anywhere. We should try adoption more, but we have our children are so much better than other children now that it's not worth looking at a lot of the time. Okay, it was cool though that one time we did it. Patient and calm are more common. Gregarious, content, fickle, cynical, fickle, and give increased opinion towards characters of the same culture. Characters of culture lose stress upon receiving a declaration of war. Okay, loyal subjects. Vassals of this culture will learn the language of their liege. Do not consider differing faith or culture when joining factions. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool, but don't think we need that. Martial admiration. You know what I would really like? Something that makes it so that we have less, less revolts. I think that would be nice. Ritualized friendship, refined poetry, Spartan I don't think we need. Strong beliefs we don't need. Yeah, we don't need that. Xenophilic, don't need it. Realm? I was just seeing if we had anything in here that sounds like it will allow us to have less revolts. I don't think we do, but we'll do a quick look at this. Wetland buildings are better. Stubborn trait is more common. Convert to local culture decision goes up by a lot more. Creating a hybrid culture requires 100% more cultural acceptance. Wait, 100% more? So if it only required 40%, it needs 140% cultural acceptance? That's probably not what it means. It probably means you need 100%. Different culture, peasant factions, and populous factions are less common. Cultural acceptance gain goes down. Siege progress against revolts goes up. Potentially okay. In prowess here, is there anything that makes forestry better? That would be a cool thing. I think forestry line of buildings being better would be good. Development growth in mountains here. We don't really have everything situated in one type of land. Rural armories and crown smithies are better. Okay. Trade ports are better. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Actually, that's saying you can get trade ports earlier. It doesn't necessarily say they're better, but you do get 10% tax on coastal holdings. The skills from spouse council tasks goes up. I don't think we need that. Legalistic. Vassal acceptance of rightful criminal punishments goes up. I don't think we need that. Isolationist. No, I think we're fine. Although you have a higher chance of plagues not spreading to your land. Hill buildings are better. Can construct the Royal Gardens Duchy building. Don't think we need this one either. Fervent temple builders, esteemed hospitality. I'm kind of getting the feeling that I'm just going to go with the same one that we've just clicked, with the one that makes you less likely to take diseases. But maybe we want to just have the Black Death happen without that. That's my other thing here. Yeah, potentially that could be good. And then warfare. Just a very quick look in here. And I know we've looked at a lot of these, and we've spent a lot of the episode looking in menus, but it's the way that it goes sometimes. Prowess per level of fame is nice. Don't need warriors for a specific area. Swords for hire, we don't really like that kind of thing. That's more mercenary stuff, which doesn't really matter. Strength in numbers gives you more... yeah, it gives you more skirmishers. Yeah, so it gives you lots of these small... It basically gives you a lot more bondy, which is the stuff that we just got rid of. Let's put it that way. Stalwart defenders. Defensive war peace acceptance goes up. Gold from winning defensive wars. That's kind of nice. We do have a lot of defensive wars. Permanent traits from scarred, maimed, or one-legged give bonuses. Guardians can transfer commander traits to their wards. Potentially really good. You get the right kind of stuff there. Quarrelsome. Rulers of conquest cast his belly against neighboring rulers. We have that already. Only the strong. Knights must have 12 prowess, but you get bonuses for aspiring blade master. Men-at-arms recruitment cost goes up, which doesn't matter very much for us anymore, and gives us knight effectiveness. Also lowers levy size. I kind of like this one, actually. Yeah, it lowers your levy size, but it makes everything else much better. Okay, I kind of like only the strong. Malleable invaders, I don't think we need. Mountaineers, we don't need. Hit and run tactics, no. Highland warriors, frugal armorers, no. Formation fighting experts, I don't think we need that either. Forest fighters, no. Battlefield looters, gain gold from battles, 1 gold per 100 fatal casualties. Wait, does that stack? I wonder if that stacks with the other one. So we just gain insane amounts of gold. And adaptive skirmishers. You know, let's take only the strong. Yeah, let's let the Black Death hit with full power. I think this one sounds like it'll be really cool for us. Yeah, let's establish that tradition. Right, I've spent way too long yapping. Let's unpause the game. Let's try and advance time a little bit here. We probably do need to declare war, but Yeah, let's try and at least advance time. Neighboring ruler won a war, neighboring ruler lost a war. That's all fine. Don't need to worry about that too much. Okay. We have a few boils. Are they over here? Nope, that's fine then. We have a granddaughter who can marry. I guess we do need to sort that out. I mean, we've advanced time enough. We advanced it for a whole, like, month. I mean, how much more could you need? Right, let's refurbish them. Granddaughter needs to marry. She needs to marry a genius. Okay. Although she can actually marry this guy. Just realized she can marry this guy matrilineally. The Banu Danis Malachate. Where's the Banu Dalis Malachate? Oh, it's here. Wait. Wait a second. Are you an emperor? You are an emperor. Huh. Okay. So we could, in theory, marry matrilineally to this guy, who is Ukanusko. I just realized you're also Ukanusko. What is happening? How did you get this land? Was your father Ukanusko? No, your mother? No, you just converted. He must be somebody we converted and sent back in one of these many wars, or someone else did something similar. Okay. You know what? Sure. This is a great marriage. Yeah, let's marry my granddaughter to this guy. She does leave our court, but at the same time, she leaves our court to marry this guy, and that gets their children a position to be in charge of a kingdom. That sounds cool. Let's send that over. Right. I like that. Also gives us an alliance with somebody even further away to make wars even more annoying. Right. We're going to unmark you. Grimir's our heir. That's fine. He's a little bit disfigured right now. Dala, I marked, but she's like a second choice heir, right? Robust, beautiful, genius. She is definitely a second choice heir. It's fine. Might be a better choice than Grimir right now, actually. Yeah, maybe a slightly better choice than Grimir, given he has disfigured. Really, we're looking at Hawker or Sorkvir to be our heir. Yeah, maybe I switch it up to Dala. Yeah, she might be slightly better. Let's make Dala our heir here for a second. Where is Dala? Is she even on the list? Wait, is Dala eligible? Dala might not be eligible. That might be why Dala isn't our heir. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, whose child is Dala? Dala is, Maharani's child. Oh, no, sorry, Ir's child. Okay. Yeah, our daughter. That makes sense. Okay. Right. That's fine then. We have spent a lot of time in menus. I'm getting kind of itchy. I feel like we should declare a war. Wait a second. Did we always have all of that land? I think we gained some land here. Yeah, I think Mesopotamia gained this land. Yeah, you created it 4 years ago. So it's 4 years since we gained that land, but that's okay. I feel like we should declare a big war on someone at some point. Maybe it's time to take Jerusalem. The nice thing about taking Jerusalem is it means that these guys, more specifically this guy, would have a reason to declare a crusade upon us. Yeah, maybe it's time for a little war of the Abbasids. 16,000 versus our armies. Yeah, and this is his capital as well. Yeah. Wait, are my men-at-arms reinforced? Yeah, I'm going to do that once our men-at-arms are reinforced. That's a better idea. Okay. We'll chill and wait for that. Okay. I just realized that doing it before our men-at-arms were reinforced was a very stupid idea. You know, given that we might need them to fight. And that the whole reason that we spent all that time upgrading them was to get better men-at-arms for fighting. You know, makes a lot of sense to actually have them available when you're going to war. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's kind of useful, right? Okay. Continue chilling. Don't need to do that. I'm not going to join your wedding. What's this? Saucy readings. Culture comes in many forms. Okay. That gets us a learning lifestyle perk. We will grab restraint. That gives us the ability to embrace celibacy, which we will immediately do because there's very little reason not to when you're at our age. You have the trait Eager Reveler. You cannot do that. Oh. Wait a second. Let me go back to that for a second. You gain stress because you're Eager Reveler, but you can't take it because you're Eager Reveler. Why do you gain stress for being Eager Reveler when you can't take it if you're Eager Reveler? Okay. I guess you could have taken it at one point and now you can. That's my only guess for it. Okay. That's fine. Right. We have a great-grandson called Bjorn. I guess you could say that Bjorn has become Bjorn. Or Bjorn. I can make you profligate? I'd rather not. No. That's fine. Right. Moving on. He's returned from the Varangian Guard. He's a little bit disfigured, but he's back. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we can try and make Hawker drop the habit and not be a profligate. 50% chance for him to be profligate, or we can lose profligate. I would like to lose profligate. Yeah. That sounds good. And I'm making 172 a month. Okay. So that was 10% monthly income disappeared, but we gained an extra 30. Okay. I don't know how that added up. I'm sure it works if you apply the 10% in the right place, but that's an insane amount of money we're now making. Oh, you know what we should do here? We should... Nope, I don't have anything that is a nice way to lower stress. I think those two do not sound like good ways to lower stress. Okay. Carrying on. Just waiting for these to fill up. It's going to take a while, but it will be worth it to actually have, like, you know, our levies fully charged and our men-at-arms fully charged, then go to war. It's a birthday party, by the way. We took the medium gift. It is a Quail's Eggshell Gem. I am going to sell the Quail Eggshells Gem because it is garbage. There we go. Right, clear out the list and back to waiting here. We're almost there though. Gained a stress level because our friend died. However, we've already had a mental break in the last 8 years, so we're pretty good about that. We're feeling pretty positive. Right. Food taster is dead. Wait, what did our food taster die of? I don't know how we're ever going to find him because I didn't click on him. But I was just thinking there, if he died of poison, then that's probably something we should be worried about. But anyway, moving on. Our grandson Davins is eligible to be wed. Davins, you're going to be going to the Varangian Guard, buddy. You know, that's fine. Get ready to learn some Greek. Right. Back in here. And we're almost reinforced. Just about reinforced. We're almost ready to go. Shadow over Povenets. Let's summon the physician. Is our physician... Our physician is good, right? He's infirm again. What does he want to do? Radical action. Desperate measures. So, infirm probably means he's terrible. Oh, God, he's awful, awful. It worked, though. He did a major epidemic prevention. We're going to immediately fire him, however. And we're going to get another physician. New physician is... it can be Bonyak, who is 35. 35 is pretty good. He's a little bit younger than the other ones that we've had recently. Yes, I think he'll be fine. He is also a little bit possessed, but... I mean, you know, that's fine. It just depends what's possessing him. Maybe he's possessed by, like, a really good doctor. Hey, we also have our men-at-arms ready. Right, Abbasids. Declare war. I would like to declare a holy war for kingdom. The kingdom of Jerusalem. I just realized, why is this window so small? Would it not make sense for, like, this bit at the bottom to be smaller and then for you to have, like, a much larger window to choose from? Doesn't matter. Anyway, these guys might join. Doesn't matter. It's only 7,000 troops. We're gonna crush them. They have all their they have a bunch of troops raised. I think that's a different army, right? That's the Rabi Grand Emirate declaring their war over here. Okay, cool. Let's raise some troops. Is that our territory? It is our territory. Okay, just want to check here. Let's raise our troops here and raise them all in the pile. That should be a lot of troops raising at once. Child of my dynasty, Koderi. He is not very good. Okay, enemy holy order is now being hired. I am now going to hire a holy order. Oh, that just said you'll never take me alive. Does that mean the plague is here? Yes, it does. Oh. Well, get onto that control and plague stuff, and then also isolate the capital. Okay. Didn't realize it was there, but that's okay. It is now here, and well, there's not a lot we can do about it. Yeah, you'll never get out alive is the one for leaving an area when there's a plague. So, yeah, that's fine. I'll pay the I'll pay the piety for this army, even though it's not our one, but we'll pay the piety and get it anyway. Cool. Also got an achievement for can't touch this. Have an infected barony at the maximum epidemic resistance. Oh. So we hit maximum epidemic resistance over here, I guess. How do you see oh, we have 142 popular opinion. How did we get that? Oh, all of these buffs are giving us 20. And they all stack. That is stupid. It's very funny, but it is stupid. Just look at the normal bonuses up here and then... Oh, this is a new mechanic bonus. By the way, that 142, if we go and have a look at the election, and this is why it's really stupid. That's, yeah, capital popular opinion. Wait a second. That's not 1-to-1, is it? No. I thought it was meant to be 1-to-1. But yeah, our votes are still insanely high compared to where they should be. Why is that at 84? Does it cap or something? Is this a multiple of 84? Is 122 a multiple of 84? I don't know. Calculator? 122 divided by 84? No, not really. It's not. It's like 5.0238. I guess if you rounded it, maybe. But, okay. Don't know why that we're not getting full stuff for that. But it is a little bit silly. Is this 84 minus the 60? Or if you only count the 60 once? 40, 50, 60, 62. No. So I don't know how it's calculating that. Doesn't really matter for us. I guess actually popular opinion, now that I think about it. It does say capital popular opinion, right? Yeah. I don't know. I forgot. We did calculations earlier, but it doesn't really matter right now. Either way, we have a lot of votes. That's what really matters. I was looking at epidemic resistance. How can we see that? Plague resistance at 95? That must be the cap then. 95. Okay, so that must be percent, maybe? Maybe that's percent. So, if we think about it this way, this would be providing us 20% plague resistance. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm assuming that's what it means, because 95 is also the cap for murder schemes, which is a percentage chance. I don't know. I'm gonna trusting liege make my vassals like us. We became rivals with one of our vassals. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Let's continue raising our troops. That is 45,000 troops now. How many are we waiting for? We're waiting 3 months for some, apparently. I think that's enough. Let's merge up our 52,000 troops. And let's go over here. Speed up their army. Inheritance. You have inherited the kingdom of Zaporizhia. And got a couple of... yeah, got a couple of, what are they called? Hostages. That's it. And inherited a huge amount of things I don't want. So Zaporizhia. That's a Yedison? No, that's a part of Zaporizhia. I see. You're Oster. Yeah, you have Oster in the name, so you can keep it. Actually, you know, before we do that, I'd say I was going to change the succession law, but why am I bothering if I'm just going to give it back? I'm just going to give it to someone else. Yeah, you can have it. I'll change the succession law if we're going to keep it, but you might as well have that. And you might as well have the two either side, because Don Valley was also part of it. Now let's grant you vassal Yedison, and grant you vassal the Don Valley. Yeah, cool. So that fixes our Zaporizhia problem. We could maybe have split up their land a little bit more, but it kind of looks nice anyway, so it's fine. Destroy this. Let's have a look at acquisition date. Garbage armor, destroy. We could give it away, but the stats just aren't high enough to make it worth the time to give these away. That one, it's probably worth the time to give it away. Okay. Destroy those. Head to a royal court, have a look at acquisition date. Destroy some more of these things. Mighty boar hides. That looks pretty good actually. Repair that one up. It's a small wall ornament. It's probably better than the 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. I was looking at renown, which is the only one I care about. It's better than all of them. That's domain taxes, that's independent ruler opinion, that's court grandeur bonus. It's better than the shield, I think. Yeah. Sort about acquisition date. Can't destroy the goblet, can destroy the sword. Right. The rest of that's fine. Okay. Next up, we want to look for one of these who is the worst and has no buffs. Actually, the successor who's the worst and has no buffs, which is you. I have a hammer-like thing for you. Hammer-like thing is a hammer. The Oster Warhammer. Is this the thing that... Wait a second. The Oster Warhammer. Let me just have a look at this here. Did we not give that away at one point? Was this ours? No. Not at all. Oh, that's claimants. Wait, sorry, history. It was created for King Ilya. No, so it was never ours. We did make an Oster Warhammer, but it's not our Oster Warhammer. That's fine. You, I'm going to gift you the Oster Warhammer. There you go. Wonderful. So he should now have extra prowess in a second. It's now up at 35. Wonderful news. Right. March your way over here. I'm just going to march straight to your capital. Deal with me or die. Those are your options. I'm not going to give him any other options here. I will get wartime position. That's fine. Gives us the ability to reinforce. I lose some stress. Call to war. Who's calling me? Oh, my most recent ally against his... against his liege in a dissolution war. You really called me in against your liege? I mean, you do have enough troops to win it as well. Okay, we'll head over there after this. Yeah, so let's take their capital. That gets a 71% war score due to capturing their heir. Let's go over here and beat them up. There we go. Yeah, we're absolutely crushing them. These guys are getting slightly countered. Actually, they're getting majorly countered, looking at this. But we should be countering most of them back as well. Actually, they didn't get countered nearly as much as we got countered. Oh well, we had more troops. That's my counters. I have more troops, therefore I win. It's not the best counter, but well, I guess it is because we won. Your faith is not part of Christianity, so you cannot create the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Okay, can I create whatever the de jure kingdom is here that isn't the Kingdom of Jerusalem? Or is that not allowed? Can I, like, how do I create a kingdom here? Or what do I call it? How do I make a kingdom? Is this just a duchy otherwise? Do I just create the duchy of Palestine here instead? I think I probably do. Yeah, okay. Or one of the other duchies, or I give it all to Arabia. I could just give it all to Arabia. That fixes having to worry about it. Wait, do we want to hold Jerusalem? Yeah. Yeah, we want to hold Jerusalem. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one to have. Yeah, I think that this one's probably maybe worth having. Yeah, like it gives you a few bonuses. Wait a second. Is this the faith of the holder must consider this a holy site? Oh, never mind. It isn't worth having. It's utter garbage because we don't consider it a holy site. All right. Well, I mean, it's still a fine province, but it's like there's no reason to have it instead of having like literally any other province that isn't contested, like say Perm, with it has yeah, like its ones are. I would have to give up one of these holdings to have it, so I could just have this one, which is just as good currently, if not better than Jerusalem as a province, and yeah, it's already mine, so I think that's fine. Right. Let's head over here and let's go and join in on this war. Yeah, I kind of want to just go here if I can. Yeah. Alright. No problem. It's a little trip across the Med. No issues here. We have a little bit more money. Have I got any more buildings I can build? Yes, I do. Okay, let's grab ourselves the trade port. Perm, let's grab ourselves the watermill mills to make things cheaper. Here, I'll grab another trade port, and I'm almost out of money. Hayuma, I can grab myself a trade port. And then I actually don't really want to build here because I want watermills to finish, so that's fine. Right. Get on the water. Now we can just fly across here. Going very quickly at this point. How's the plague looking, by the way? Over here, is the plague fine? No, I wouldn't call it fine. However, it hasn't killed very many people, so yeah, that's okay. Are there a lot of people in my court? There are 66 people in my court, so there are a lot of people it could kill, although I guess it can't kill most of the Austers due to the bonus health. So given that most of our court is are members of our dynasty, like, we're kind of just immune. Yeah. Okay. Call to war. My half-brother has called us into a war. A liberty war as a defender. You do have less troops. I will accept. Right. Over here. March your way in. Here's where the Mongols declare war right now, and it just becomes very awkward. Can I have the thing pop up? Thank you. I would like hard rule to make it so that factions can't fire. That's very nice. It makes this one just a little bit further away, which is quite nice. Yeah, because it was only 5% from firing. Okay, I'm just going to keep choosing the top option. I don't know why we get that event so often, but whatever. Gained an extra learning. Gurdon is no longer a hostage. Alright, good for you, Gurdon. I don't really know who you are, but glad you're no longer a hostage, I guess, or whatever. That's fine. Do you have any troops left? Yeah, you have some troops. I just don't know where they are. Okay. Another person is home again. Again, it doesn't make any difference to us. I seized a fine brooch and some other things. I'm going to destroy that. I guess I didn't seize other things. It said I got 9 things, but I guess I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Head to the next one. Siege it. Okay. Down here. Continue sieging. Love to beat up an army, however, they don't appear to be around here, so we'll just siege. That's fine. One giant pile. Province to province. Continue sieging. Are we getting taking war score? We are. Wonderful. They're about to finish their first siege over there, as we're on like our 6th. That's okay though. This one's taking a little longer. Taking a whole like 50 days. Okay, it's probably going to be worth quite a lot of war score. Unorthodox treatment, or we will not defile the bodies. I'll do unorthodox treatment because I really want to lower my stress. However, it wasn't successful at curing the disease, but that's okay. It says isolate, so I'm assuming that means that we now have the disease gone from our capital. No. So what does it mean, isolate capital? Yeah, I would love to isolate our capital again. Is this a new disease or something? No, it's the same one. Alright, whatever. Don't know why we got the same... why we had to re-isolate it, but I'm sure there's a very good reason for it that I wasn't paying attention to. Are you guys doing your jobs, by the way? Yeah. Okay, cool. Next one. 20 days on this siege. Let's get it. That puts us at 89%. There would have been an event there had we not just got, like, if we weren't leading an army, we would have had an event. Tyke has been born. He had no important traits at all. People are dying in my dungeons. Do we want a quarantine? No, that would lose us so much money. Hasn't anyone thought about the economy? Wait, I had so many prisoners who could be ransomed, but then it was at 11, and now it's down at it was down at 2. I had to go click there to ransom just so we can get any money out of them. There we go. At least we got some money. Yeah, you can get wartime physician again. All that's doing is raising the levy reinforcement rate, which is so much better for us than anybody we're fighting. Okay, you're 2% to winning. I'm going to leave you in that war. And we're going to head over to this war. Right. Who are you against, by the way? You are against these guys. So, let's go from here to here. Siege their capital. Right, we sieged another, or we got another artifact here. Acquisition date. Now destroy that one for an extra 80 gold. Right. And then back over here. Back to the death march, although it's not really a death march because instead of that, it's us going across the sea. Your neighbor lost in the Mongol invasion of Tibet. Alright, they hold a lot of lands now. They're currently attacking someone else in the Mongol invasion of Tibet, which they're losing in. And someone else. And someone else. Yeah, so the reason they're losing is probably because they're taking war score. Yeah, they just kept declaring wars. Okay, well... I guess this is what happens if the Mongols decided that instead of conquering horizontally, they were going to conquer vertically. Yeah, that works. Let's ransom more prisoners. See if we can get anybody who's worth an extremely large amount of money for no reason. Yeah, we got 300 gold. That's not extremely large, but it is large. Hey, victory in the Dissolution War. That's cool. You want to be my friend? You can be my friend. Right. So this is now how this land looks. You're now independent. You're probably going to call me into another war. I would appreciate if you didn't, but I understand that you will. Because now they're independent, they can make plays for extra bits of land. But anyway, I'd rather they at least wait until I disband my troops so I can raise them back at full supply. Okay. Straight onto the capital of the other guys. Let's continue our siege here. I don't need the compendium. Thank you. Yeah, people have asked for the previous compendium non-stop, so out of principle, I do not want another one. Okay. Is that another thing to siege here? They have 3 bits that need sieged in the capital. Okay, well, we'll take it. That's fine. We discovered Castle Bailey's. That's pretty good. Castle Bailey's is... this one. It gives us access to high medieval military buildings. I don't think we have another... yeah, we don't have anything else we're being exposed to right now, but still cool. Neighboring ruler lost war against your master of the hunt in a liberty war. That's fine. Okay. You're now going to make your way over here and you're going to save the capital. Let's do that. You could have taken the boats, got there like in a reasonable amount of time, but I mean walking is fine, I guess. Yeah, okay. They didn't capture anyone worth a damn, so that's fantastic. So we can now head over here, crush this army, take the siege back. It's great. Let's go defeat the army that we're actually against. Perfect. So, they are defeated as 100% war score. Great news, we are very rich. My granddaughter wants to be a shield maiden, but can't because she's not in our court. She also, yeah, cannot be invited to our court for some reason. Wait, no, she is in our court. Why can she not be a shield maiden? Prowess is less than 12. Oh. Oh, that's fair. She's just not good enough. We'll work out what to do with her in a bit then. Okay. Chill. That's fine. Your feudal taxes to me are increased. I don't know if that's what I wanted, but... Alright. They're a march, so actually I didn't want their feudal taxes to be increased, but whatever. Not too worried right now. And... Yay! They ended the war. Wonderful. We can disband our armies. Great. We have 172 gold coming in per month. We can hold court. We don't necessarily need to. Disease is gone. It's great. Okay. Awesome. Well, I think that is a good point to end the episode. We took a little bit of extra land. We probably want to do a kingdom invasion next time. Maybe an invasion of Rabi would be good. That would allow us to take a huge chunk of land over here. Give us a lot of the coast on this side as well. I think that seems like a good idea. But beyond that, yeah, don't know. Maybe do some more buildings, because now we can upgrade things even further in Novgorod, which seems great. Lowering army gold maintenance, giving us more knights, more knight effectiveness, more men-at-arms regiment size. Is going to be great. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.